Welcome to the Love and Luck podcast show. We back again. It's the second half of the show. We dropped a double dose on y'all, you know what I'm saying? It was back to back, you know what I'm saying? Not like Drake or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Stack for me. Ha! Hey, before we get started, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, share, and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got any questions for us, you know what I'm saying? Leave it in the comment box. I'm sure to check it out and make sure I answer all the questions, you know what I'm saying? But me, I got shot some information about the Donald Trump assassination. You know what I'm saying? Attempt assassination. You know what I'm saying?
DLove Stacccs.
What the fuck is this?
It was very interesting when I listened to it about a company called BlackRock.
Yeah.
And they say BlackRock is a thing that pretty much runs the world, pretty much.
Right.
And I guess Trump was in the way of some things, and the dude that shot at Donald Trump was in these commercials with BlackRock and a couple other things. They showed him in various graduations, and they just trying to figure out how this particular dude was the one to try to assassinate Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start it off with the information that I've seen. This is a reaction video for us. We just going off the reaction of what we were seeing, what was sent to me, actually. So this is what I got. And y'all judge for yourselves. Oh man, hold on. Here we go.
Trump was going to get assassinated before it happened. BlackRock bet $360 million shorting a company owned by Trump, ticker symbol DJT. If Trump dies, the stock will plummet, and BlackRock will make billions. But Trump didn't die, and they convinced their brokerage to give them all of their money back. Because the stock rallied 40%, it tanked their investment from $360 million to zero. The strange thing is, the shooter had once appeared in a BlackRock commercial, and they took it down just minutes after the shooting. So why is BlackRock sending their mafia after Trump? BlackRock is one of the largest hedge funds in the world. They grew their empire to over $10 trillion of assets under management.
10 trillion.
The world. That's enough money to buy the entire country of Mexico 7 times. They're even on track to own 60% of the U.S. housing market by 2030. And they have stopped at nothing to expand their empire since 1988.
By 2030.
One man has stood in their way. Donald J. Trump. BlackRock was exposed for investing $6.5 billion into the Chinese government. This means they took your 401ks and invested them into your demise. This helped them build new weapons that vaporize humans in an instant, aka the vacuum bomb. And they're using all of this new money to finally beat America. Donald Trump saw this and he tried to put a stop to it. So he imposed massive tariffs on Chinese imports. This forced China to hand over $70 billion during the 4 years that Trump was in office. So how did BlackRock try to handle their Trump problem? This is Thomas Crooks. He was the 20-year-old kid from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, who tried to assassinate Trump. And
That's
he
the
came within
kid.
a quarter inch of completing his mission.
Worked for BlackRock.
So one of the most powerful companies in the world trying to hire a kid to assassinate the former president. Considering that he came within inches of offing POTUS, surrounded by the Secret Service and the FBI, they may have hired the best man for the job. In 2022, BlackRock aired a commercial about Thomas's school. This commercial just so happened to star Thomas Crooks, the same Thomas Crooks that tried to kill Trump. Just minutes after the assassination attempt was made, they removed the commercial from the internet. If BlackRock did hire this hitman, they were so sure that he was going to succeed, they bet $360 million on him. So how was Trump's death going to be a huge payday for BlackRock? It was just one day
They
before
bet $360 million that he was gonna get assassinated.
$360 million shorting Trump's company, ticker DJT.
That's
This means they're
nuts.
betting on Trump's company dropping massively in stock price. And the sketchy part about all of this, BlackRock owns Austin Private Wealth. If Thomas Crooks was successful in his attempt, BlackRock would have profited billions of dollars. After BlackRock realized that the shooter was unsuccessful in his attempt, they filed a Form 13F, showing that they had only placed a $36,000 bet on DJT stock. Austin Private Wealth claimed that this was a clerical error, and they only meant to buy 1,200 shares, not 12 million. But how often?
Is that deep or what?
It's deep as a motherfucker.
That's some deep stuff, but also This is where Donald Trump, where it comes to being gangster, far as the economy go, because I think the U is protecting Germany, the U.S. is protecting France, and they're protecting them from Russia. But these two motherfuckers is doing business behind the U.S. back with Russia, getting money or giving them money, I think billions of dollars for oil. So that's the only gangster shit like far as, cause Trump ain't trying to hear that shit. You know, Trump like, hell no. Whereas we protecting you, we protecting all these motherfucking countries and they doing business behind the back with Russia, the people that they protecting them from. So I get some of that. And far as these people go, like they say, Donnie trying to get in the way of all that, but it's just so much shit that we don't even know about.
Yeah. Well, it's something, yeah, man. I was just talking to somebody.
This is deep.
I was talking to my cousin yesterday about this shit. You know, and me and him talk about a lot of spiritual shit. And when it boils down to it, you know, and basically, you know, we talk about shit when it pertains to the New World Order and all that old type of shit. You know, we look at some of the same shit. You know, and, you know, a lot of people might consider it to be conspiracy theories, but, you know, I know for a fact that when I read the Bible, it coincides with a lot of shit that's going on. You know what I mean? So, you know, I know I've seen some things as far as BlackRock was concerned, and basically, you know, they are trying to make it to where we, you know what I mean, they said that basically we will own nothing, you know what I mean, by the year 2030.
They gonna buy it all up.
By the year 2030, we'll own nothing and be happy. Because basically what it is, they're going to own everything, you know. And it's not just BlackRock, you know, it's a lot of different, you know, it's a lot of different entities, you know what I mean, that they put in place in order to keep us blinded as far as, you know, certain things go. It's like, you know, BlackRock, and then they have, you know, the Catholic Church and the this and the that and America and so on and so forth. It's all diversions, you know what I mean? It's a bunch of, it's motherfuckers that run this world, and basically, you know, they have a bunch of different things put in place in order to keep us, you know what I mean, to keep us scrambling to why we damn well. We over here and we over there and we think it's them and we think it's them. Right. But ultimately, you know what I mean, it's all the same shit. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of motherfuckers that run the world and they're keeping us confused. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's, and their main agenda is the New World Order. So, you know what I mean? And the New World Order is basically, you know, us, you know, worshiping certain shit and worshiping them as far as, and them having complete control over us as human beings. And then, and on top of that, I also seen something to where even Bill Gates, he did something with, you know, he does business with BlackRock as well. And he said it came out of his own mouth that basically, you know what I mean, that basically we needed to do population control. And we needed to kill, and basically they need to kill at least a third of the people in the world. So being that, it's like, you know, all this shit that's going on, you know, it's like, this shit is deep, man. You know, and when it comes to the whole Donald Trump thing, I'm gonna get back to the regular shit. When it comes to Donald Trump and what happened with him, you know, and the dude that hopped on the building, nobody seen him, the CIA, what's they called? The Secret Service didn't see his ass, and he was in plain sight holding a motherfucking pistol, you know, for him to get up there. And then what they did was, I seen that, you know what I mean, the bitch, the white bitch that was supposed to be, she was the head of the, you know what I mean, the head of the CIA, I mean, the Secret Service, and she was supposed to be, you know what I mean, on detail for that shit, or had her people on complete detail, and basically they dropped the ball, and there's no way that they could have dropped the ball like that.
That was a major drop.
Yeah, so being that, man, it's like, yeah, this motherfucker was in plain sight, you know what I mean, holding a gun. They said there was motherfuckers, you know what I mean, you know, regular civilians that seen the motherfucker up there, and they was like, hey, man, there's a motherfucker up here with a gun and shit, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I seen that.
You know, so being that, man, you know, with all that shit that's going on, it's like, man, this shit has been a hoax for eons. You know what I mean? And, you know, basically the only motherfuckers that's getting food is, you know what I mean, the regular civilians, the everyday motherfuckers. Me and, you know what I mean? You know, when it boiled down to it, so, you know, these motherfuckers got way more of a bigger agenda. Yeah, they might have their own little shit going on within their own shit, but when it boiled down to it, man, you know, shit, I don't know. I'm like, you know, do I trust a nigga in the hood that basically tells me that he's going to do something for me, and then tomorrow he, you know what I mean, soon as he, you know what I mean, like back in the day, if I gave a nigga a sack and he told me he was gonna do something with it, I'm like, man, okay, here you go, man. You know what I mean? And the nigga did something else besides what he told me he was gonna do with it, and he didn't come back and pay me my money. You know what I mean? You think I was gonna vote that nigga in the next day to come fuck with me and do some other shit? You know what I mean? To give him another sack?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But that's what motherfuckers do when they say,
exactly.
You know what I mean? They voting for the motherfucker that basically did them wrong or did some bullshit. And then the nigga come back with a bunch of excuses and be like, man, well, you know what I mean? I gave the shit to the other nigga, and when I gave it to him, he did some shit with it, you know what I mean, and so on and so forth. But the nigga, when he come back to me and tell me the story, the nigga got a brand new car, he got some new shoes, you know what I mean? He got new rings and shit, you know what I mean? He got new rings and shit.
He clowning
you know
with
what I mean?
your money.
You know what I mean? He got all this shit, but he gonna tell me that, you know what I mean, some other niggas backdoored him so he wasn't able to, you know what I mean, get his shit done. That's what happened when motherfuckers vote for these presidents and they end up rich and they end up rich as a motherfucker, you know what I mean, like Obama ended up rich. And you know what I mean? And Bill Clinton ended up rich.
It's the old bait kind of switch.
You know,
my favorite 3 words.
You know what I mean? But on the other hand, you know, we keep voting, you know what I mean, saying, oh, well, somebody gonna save us, you know what I mean? It wasn't them. And then you see him, and then you see that same nigga hanging around with the new nigga that you know what I mean, you want to give a sack to. You like, oh, well, you know what I mean? And birds of a feather flock together, right? You know what I mean?
Man, I done seen it. I done seen
you know
cats do that shit.
You know, birds of a feather flock together, right?
For real.
So being that, you know what I mean, you know, you wanted to vote for Sleepy Joe. You know what I mean? He was with the bullshit. Now they brought Harris in. You wanted to vote for, you did vote for, what's his name, Obama. You know what I mean? He was full of, you know what I mean? You found out that he was full of shit. You voted for Bill Clinton. You found out that he was full of shit. So when does the shit come to an end, man? Because at some point in time, you gotta be like, man, you know what I mean? Fuck that nigga, you know what I mean, that's hanging around with the other niggas that I gave the sack to initially, and I gave it to 3 more niggas, you know what I mean, that had that, you know what I mean? I gave it to 3 other niggas that was in the same circle, and they was holding hands like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? Eventually, you got to say, man, fuck all them niggas, man.
At the end of the day, shit, I mean, if you know how to do business, you gotta go pick up some solid people. But
yeah, you gonna keep just voting for the same people. You know what I mean? And they hanging around all in the same circles. Man, fuck all that shit, man. I'm
gone. But that could, I mean, the rabbit hole gets deep.
I just don't get it, man. I don't know.
It's just too much for me.
Yeah.
All this government stuff and this shit is so deep, man.
Man, it's crazy.
It's crazy. We got a lot of stuff that goes on behind doors in the government. Yeah. Man.
But
the government be sticking it to us too.
Man, but you just gotta realize, that's man, crazy. in order for you to go see us, you know what I mean, like basically, you know what I mean, you know, they got this show that they got in Mexico that, you know what I mean, they've been having for, you know what I mean, that they used to have, or I don't know if they still have it. But they called, you know what I mean, it was called a donkey show. You know what I mean?
The donkey show.
The donkey show, you know what I mean? I ain't never seen the motherfucker, but the thing.
Never seen it.
But I heard about it. You feel me? So the thing is like, you know what I mean, do you want to keep going to the donkey? You know what I mean? If a motherfucker tell you about the donkey show and you go to the motherfucker, you know what I mean, what does that say about you? You know what I mean? Apparently you like watching donkeys.
That type of shit.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
you know what I mean?
And the donkey show.
Yeah, for sure. You like watching donkeys being strapped to a chair and them doing their thing. You know what I mean? You know, on some weird type of shit. I don't know, man. You know, but for me, I don't know. You motherfucker tell me about a donkey show, man. I don't want to see that shit.
At the end of the day, man, so it's like, I understand. So who's the better power? That's what we're gonna have to figure out. Is Kamala gonna be able to deal with BlackRock and all these powerful motherfuckers?
Man, that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because she gonna be coming from an emotional place, and I don't know if she gonna be able to stand 10 toes down like a man supposed to. I don't know who gonna be controlling her narrative if she gets into office.
Right.
Because I believe, mark my words, I think they gonna put her in office. I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they gonna put her in the office, and it's just gonna be a show for our ass, man. A black woman for president. What is she? I don't know. But we gonna get the same abuse, same treatment. They ain't gonna have nothing, like I say, nothing for niggas. I think she already said, cause somebody asked her, is they gonna implement any laws for us? And I seen her reply was, I'm not just gonna implement nothing just for black people. I mean, you got the Asians got their laws.
That's what Obama said.
You got the gays got their own laws. So y'all don't want to put no implication to stop executing these innocent black people and unarmed black people. You know what I'm saying? Something like that has to be implemented in order for it to stop. But hey, y'all ain't gonna do it. We already know that. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't looked at as part of civilization. We looked at as animals still. You know
Well,
what
at
I'm
least
saying?
that's how they
So,
treat us for sure.
shit, they look at us as straight animals, man.
That's how they
Anytime
treat
you
us.
could gun down an unarmed black motherfucker for nothing, you are a animal. I heard a chick one day, and I knew these people. These are white people that I know. And I remember they was at the pizza place.
Yeah.
And I believe the black people was in there first to get the pizza.
Right.
And they stepped outside or some weird shit, and then the white folks went in there to get some pizza or something. And I believe that the people in there gave them some pizza before they gave the black people some pizza, and they went back in there and rose hell about it because they was there first.
Right.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. And the white folks got into an argument with the black people.
For sure.
So the white lady was on the thing live calling her, man, these animals, man, these motherfucking animals in here acting crazy. And, da-da-da-da. And I knew the people.
Right.
So I was like, well, why you calling them animals? I mean, it could have just been a disagreement, which it was.
Right.
It was a mistake, or I don't know what happened at the end of the day about the pizza, but it all got worked out. But it was like, why she calling these people, all these black motherfuckers, animals? When you call black people animals, that's them fighting words. Yeah, them fighting words.
It ain't just
That's the next word behind nigga. You know what I'm saying? An animal. You know what I'm saying? Because we already think that you look at us as animals. You know what I'm saying? They look at us monkeys, gorillas. That's what they call you behind a closed door. They call you a nigga, an animal, and a monkey. Those are the three things that white folk call you behind a closed door.
Right. Well, one thing is for sure, man, this is the thing, one thing I understand is, by me being who I am as, as a man of my nationality, I believe that a lot of times motherfuckers is intimidated by me and who I am. Because anywhere I walk in, and I know Love do too, I walk out with my chest out.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm confident, so it don't matter, about what the next motherfucker may think about me. So, I'm gonna tell y'all this little story. I had went to, this little thing that my mentor gave. And, he's a white dude, right? So I went to his little thing, and, he got 2 black sons, but that's neither here or there. So basically, I goes to his thing he gave, right? So ultimately, I wanted to support him. So I supported him, so, I'm holding the mic, and, when people was talking and shit. But when I walk in, I walks out. So I walked in, I stayed in for a while, and then I walk out. When I came back, the girl at the desk, and mind you, this is a place in like San Diego, and it's a nicer area, but it's a bunch of Mexicans there. So ultimately, the girl at the front desk, she sees me already go in and talk to people. You know, he got people there greeting for him. He got, you know, other people, he got people there greeting for him. And on top of that, he, you know, I go in, so I talk to them first. And then I go inside and talk to the other people. So she see me the first time I go in there. So the second time she asked me, she said, excuse me, can you come here? And she asked me, she said, can I put my name, you know, down? Because I said, well, there's nobody else's name on this paper. I said, but it's a whole bunch of other people in here. You feel me? I said, so why does my name have to be on the paper? You know what I mean? But I didn't make it about me. I'm like, fuck it, okay, whatever. You know, so I said, you know, so I just said that little bitty thing, and then I just, you know what I mean, I said, okay, so I just signed my name on the paper, went about my business. Later on, I'm passing the mic, and this one dude, he tells me, he says, you know, he's a bigger, you know what I mean, bigger dude, Mexican dude, you know what I mean, look like he like to eat and shit. And that's cool, you know what I mean? But, you know, ultimately he was like, why you, he was like, no, he said, you know, when I gave him the mic, he was like, you know, he said what he had to say. But then when I got the mic back from him, you know, he was like, attaboy, Luck. You know what I mean? So he said
that. Attaboy?
Yeah, you know what I mean? He said attaboy. So,
attaboy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Same thing as that boy, basically.
Yeah.
You know, so when he said that, you know what I mean, you know, I just let it go over my head, man, and, you know, I just kept it moving and kept passing the mic and shit. You know, but, you know, I understand, but to be honest, when I was up in there, you know, a lot of the little chicks and shit, they was checking me out and shit, you know what I mean? I'm a nigga, I work out, you know what I mean, I'm a fairly, you know what I mean, fairly looking dude. So on top of that, you know what I mean, you know, so, you know what I mean, you know, pretty much anywhere I go, you know what I mean, I'm gonna get some attention. You know, so I'm not worried about that. But what I understand is a lot of times by me being, you know, an indigenous man, you know what I mean, you know, a lot of times people are intimidated by me because of, you know, they see images of Michael Jordan, they see images of Kobe Bryant, they see images of Tiger Woods, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, and other men, you know, like certain actors and so on and so forth. So people might be intimidated by that because how we shine, you know, on TV or different things like that. And a lot of times, you know, different races of women, you know what I mean, they like, you know what I mean, they like, you know, our color skin, they do. You know, so being that, you know, other people may be intimidated by that, but it doesn't bother me because I'm confident in the man that I am. But, you know, where was I going with that?
You just saying shit everywhere you go, we looked at shit.
For sure. It's some kind of issue, you know, and the thing is, you know, I'm the type of person, you know, I had on, you know, my nice little vest with the, you know, with the nice little shirt on and shit, you know, my nice little jewelry and shit, you know, and my and all my suits, they gonna fit me properly because I'm gonna take them to the tailor and they gonna get, you know, they gonna be tailored to fit. So I don't know what the issue is, you know, but hey, it is what it is.
I just feel threatened, you know, but yeah, cause I get the same thing. They call me a sharp dresser every time I step into a place, man, and I can tell, you can tell the energy. Well, lately, they've been giving me some good customer service when I go in there, but you can still, you can tell they watching cause every time they see me, they be like, man, every time I see you, boy, you a very sharp dresser.
For sure.
And I'm like, man, shit, I mean, what are we supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? I believe in getting dressed. I believe in spraying myself with that cologne.
Most definitely.
And smelling good and moving around. So like you say, I walk through, you know, chest up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm very confident in myself.
For sure.
And, you know, a lot of people, you know, if you ain't got no confidence in yourself, you know what I'm saying? That ain't my fault if you ain't got confidence in yourself. You gotta have confidence in yourself. I have confidence in myself and I stroll through it. You can tell everybody watching. When I walk in the spot, they all at least heads turn. You know what I'm saying? Get chose with my motherfucking hand in my pocket. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I ain't even gotta say nothing. Mouth closed and everything. I just stand there just like that. Mouth closed. Somebody wanna know, who's that young man over there? Who's that man over there?
Most definitely.
Or somebody come by and say, hey, how you doing? Even some dude, man, I be seeing dudes. I walked in the bar the other day, man. I swear I don't know nothing.
So cats just wanna have a conversation.
They wanna have a conversation.
For sure.
And it was cool, but you know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta get used to that kind of shit when you walk around with such confidence.
Most definitely.
And such shine and all that shit. Like you said, it's something about you. It's something about the allure or something. They just love it or something. I don't get it, but yeah,
Right.
it is what it is. I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
I used to take offense to it, but now I'm used to it.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and I think, you know, what it boils down to, what we were getting at is, just being in our color of skin, man, a lot of times, we may have, greater issues than other people. And, I think, like I said, like I always say, it boils down to, something even deeper than that when you delve down into your history, so, shit, what the fuck we was talking about, though?
Back to that BlackRock shit.
Oh, yeah, the BlackRock shit.
We was trying to say, I don't know what, because that's just so powerful that we won't even know. That's too much shit that we wouldn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers taking over everything. And we don't know nothing about it, because average people don't know about no damn BlackRock.
Yeah, what shit, man, I would say, watch what you're looking at, when it comes to your algorithm, because there's a lot of shit going on, man.
You got all these outages and shit going on all of a sudden.
Man, you can find out all that shit a lot of that shit is on social media. But a lot of it, when it boils down to it, you can read about it. It's motherfuckers on, like the stuff I was talking about, as far as these motherfuckers is having conferences, and they actually tell you what they're going to do within their conferences. Like, basically, this shit ain't, the shit ain't, what's that shit called when they doctor this shit up on video? The shit ain't doctored up or none of that shit. Edited, doctored up, or none of this shit. It's basically they telling you what the fuck they gonna do. If your algorithm is right and you ain't looking at a bunch of bullshit on social media, if you looking at the right kind of shit, you gonna know what the fuck is going on in the world. Because they telling you. And it's a lot of shit, as far as the same way you seen Donald Trump get shot at, is the same way you will see some shit, with BlackRock saying some shit about how they gonna take over the world and how they gonna do this and how they gonna do that. That shit is floating through the internet. It just all boils down to what you look at.
Right. So I'm just trying to figure that shit out. That's just so deep, man. They want to assassinate the boy. But I remember somebody said this a prophet said that Donald Trump was gonna get shot at, and they said that.
Or was it The Simpsons?
No, not the Simpsons. They said it too.
I'm fucking around.
Hey, The Simpsons said it too.
Oh, is that right? Right.
Yeah, The Simpsons said it.
Okay.
But it was a dude that's a prophet.
Yeah.
He said this back in, I forgot what date it was.
Wow.
But he said that Donald Trump was gonna get shot at.
Right.
It was gonna be an attempt assassination on his life, and they said that they was gonna miss.
Yeah.
And they said that Donald was gonna fall down to his knee and something gonna come over him that he gonna start seeing shit in a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? He gonna start seeing shit in a whole nother light. Like God gonna be talking to him and making him do like good things, I guess. That's what, I can't remember exactly what was said, but they were saying that he gonna see things in a new light.
Hey, that's something.
Trying to unite the people.
Hey, that's something, because, now I know exactly what I was talking to my cousin about. Because like I say, we always talk about spiritual things and we talk about the Bible. And
right.
I don't know if you believe in that or what, I don't know what your beliefs is. But ultimately, there's a scripture in the Bible that says that, before things get completely chaotic, and I know, regardless if you believe in the Bible or not, we all are feeling something, that something is about to happen. I believe if you don't feel that way, you living up under a motherfucking rock. Because this shit is weird as a motherfucker. But ultimately, and all this shit that's going on as far as, just all the bullshit that's going on in the world. So, but the Bible says that ultimately, there will be 7 years, they will claim 7 years of peace. And within that 7 years, you will understand, that basically with that 7 years, but they will usher in, during that 7 years, they will usher in the full New World Order. You feel me? So basically, me and my cousin was talking about Donald Trump being the motherfucker that brings in the 7 years of peace before the New World Order. And that might be deep for a lot of motherfuckers, but all you gotta do is read.
Yeah, that's deep for me. When I seen that prophet even came with that, and then just to see all this came in fruition, you know what I'm saying? It all came to pass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, it might be something to that. Because how the hell did he know that back then?
For sure.
So that's wild for me.
Yeah.
So but the only thing that's fucking me up right now about that, because the Kamala Harris thing happened, because he didn't say that.
Yeah.
Because that's another distraction.
For sure.
That just shook the whole game up. You know what I'm saying? If Joe Biden didn't drop out, it probably would have went smoothly for Donald Trump.
For sure.
It would have. Actually, it would have went smoothly for Donald Trump. They would have kicked this man out of the office and went and put Donald Trump in office.
Right.
Like with no problems. But now it's going to be a major shakeup because of this Kamala Harris. So that's the only thing about the prophet that switched now. Everything else came to pass.
Right. Hey, you know what the cold part about it is, it's something you say, you know, about prophecy. You know, I don't know what's gonna go on with that political bullshit. But one thing I do understand, I want to speak on that prophecy thing. You know, my mom, she had came, you know, years ago. My mom had, you know, she had her little issues with, you know, certain things as far as drugs and shit was concerned. But back in the day, I mean, you know, she had worked on her problem and shit, and you know, started going to church and so on and so forth. But basically, and she went to this one little place. But when she came back, you know, this was like in the middle of the crack era when shit was, you know what I mean, like thick and shit, you know what I mean, in the city where I come from. And she told me one day, she said, she just came out of the room and she was praying, and she said, I had a vision, you know what I mean? And she said, and the shit wasn't good.
Wow.
And she said, you know what I mean? She said, somebody in the family is gonna get shot and not get killed. Somebody in the family is gonna get shot, and, you know what I mean, and get killed. Somebody is gonna go to the penitentiary for a long time. You know what I mean? And when she told me that, I was like, Mama, I don't wanna hear that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't wanna hear that shit. And the cold part about it is, not too long after that,
It came to pass.
one of my cousins got killed. After that, another one got shot. No, first, one of them got shot and didn't get killed. Then one of them got shot and got killed. And then somebody went to the penitentiary for a long time. You know what I mean? And ever since then, I was like,
They start listening to
keep that shit to yourself, you know what I mean?
That shit kind of spooky, especially when it comes to pass.
Oh man, keep that shit to yourself, you know. And you know, like I say, man, I understand how shit truly happened, you know what I mean, and shit come to fruition. Because, you know, like I said, I used to always have dreams about me going to jail. But one thing I understood was, you know what I mean, I used to speak it all the time. And now, you know what I mean, if I have a dream about jail, you ain't gonna hear it come out of my mouth. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? I remember when I was married to my first wife.
Right.
She used to do tarot cards.
Oh, shit.
She used to always read people's.
Yeah.
And she used to always want to read mine. And I used to be like this. You ain't read mine.
Yeah, fuck that.
But she used to read my homeboys and them shit. They was stupid.
All in.
Yeah, they was letting her do it. I was like, shit.
Yeah, I ain't want to. You think I really want to know about some harm coming my way?
I said, nah, I just go by my way like normal.
Yeah, for sure.
And her ass used to call me all through the year.
Right.
And be like, are you okay? And I used to be like, she must be on some shit. Yeah, I'm just fine.
She reading your card and shit.
Yeah, I used to hate that. I'm like, I'm just fine.
Oh, man.
And I'm talking about she's long gone.
Yeah.
But she used to call periodically and be like, are you all right?
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, is you wishing something on a nigga or something? My cousin used to do that shit too. I had my cousin, he used to be like, oh man, I had I thought something happened to you and all that. I'm like, man, why the hell, what the fuck do y'all
don't
be
speak
getting?
no negative shit on my life.
What are y'all getting this shit from?
Cool.
What kind of dreams are you having or wishes y'all have? Yeah. To me, I be like, damn, it ain't like y'all wishing on a nigga down.
For sure.
That's what what I be feeling like. Yeah, what y'all wishing on a nigga downfall or something? Cause I'm doing better than you is?
Yeah, for sure.
Man, listen, Keep that bad juju over there.
Over there.
'Cause I ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I don't want to hear
You know
none
what
of that
I'm saying?
shit.
Yeah, I'm over here doing what I'm doing. I ain't got
man.
I ain't having no problems.
Ain't having
You know
no
what I'm saying? And just let me be. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to me with all that old weird ass shit.
For sure. And one
know
thing
what
I
I'm saying?
understand is, I truly believe we live in a spiritual world, man. So, you put that shit out in the atmosphere. Especially
put
me
some
and
shit in
speak.
the atmosphere.
And I'm not finna speak no curses on my life, all my shit gonna be good.
I'm like that lady, bro. I rebuke you.
Yeah, like a motherfucker. For sure. Yeah,
Motherfucker. Yeah.
but that's something, man. It's been a lot of shit that's been predicted, man, when it comes boil down to that. And I think, only God has the answers, man. So
That's
the
it.
shit
That's
that
the only
happened-
person got the answers. Is God.
The shit that happened with Trump, man, that was some crazy shit. It's just, ultimately, we got to find out where we fit into this shit. And to me, I don't fit in, man. I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, man. So shit, at the end of the day, you gotta just do you, man. We just here, man. You know what I'm saying? You still got, I don't know if you gonna get out and vote. I don't know who to vote for, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go out there and vote for who you think should be a better candidate, because we do have to live in this world, and we do have to try to wiggle and jiggle our way through to the top some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, we ain't gonna be here forever anyway, but by the time all this weird shit come along, all these fucking robots and glitches in computers and all this bullshit, hopefully we be long gone from this place.
Yeah, but shit, we gotta leave a better, we gotta leave a better mark on the planet for the motherfuckers to come.
I mean, I just don't, man. I mean, shit, they saying that, the future gonna be ran by robots.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the future is gonna be ran by robots. We seeing them already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go down to the Spear. I haven't had time to go and check the shit out. I was gonna do a surprise for my family and take them and let them peep the game or whatever, but that shit costs too damn much.
Right.
That motherfucker shit, $200-something a head.
Right.
Just to get in there and see some live talking to robots.
Oh, inside the Sphere?
Yeah, you
is that
talking
right?
to live, you being served by them, all this type of shit. And
What?
they got control of the atmosphere. That's what let me know something with the world. I'm like, man, if these motherfuckers can go in here and change the atmosphere,
Right.
I'm gonna have to get in there and check that out one day. But
Well, it's like a big ass TV they using pixels. If you look on the outside of that motherfucker, it got like a bunch of like little camera type things on there.
But they saying
and they
you could-
using a bunch of
they
pixels
like
and
you
shit.
can talk to the robots and they talk to you like regular people and shit. Yeah. So they already got shit like, okay, they got this thing I was looking at the other day. They got masks, all these masks. So they like, that ain't even Joe Biden and shit. They like, Joe Biden already dead. And then they showed a goddamn, he had turned around, the dude that was, whoever this person is in this mask, he turned around and was fucking around and was scratching his neck.
Yeah.
And you could see the mask, like, it's like his fingers go in and you could see like it's like a mask or some shit. And you like, damn. It was another lady. She was like, she in the president's office. She's sitting there with a mask on.
Yeah.
And they thinking she's somebody else. And they asking, they like, y'all gonna be surprised about what y'all see or what's going on in the world and y'all don't even see it and it's sitting right before you. And the dude like, well, what do you mean it's sitting right before me? And she go to peeling shit off. She peel off a motherfucker. She's somebody else other than that motherfucker. So you got a bunch of white boys running around here looking like a black person.
So the bitch, she turned into Mrs. Doubtfire and shit around.
Master, all hands and fades. We don't know who the hell you sitting next
Well,
to.
the thing is, man, we'd be foolish.
That's wild.
We'd be foolish to think that certain technology hasn't come out, or that every time they come out with some technology, they let us know about it. or, you know what I mean, it hit the market immediately. You know what I mean? We may not find out about this shit for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later. You feel me? About what, you know what I mean, what the fuck, you know, they've been doing for years,
There's just
man.
so much weird shit going on, man.
For sure.
That's why, I ain't trying to get off topic either, but they talking about it's aliens amongst us. It's all kind of weird. It's just, this world is just, we don't know, it's too much. Because I dig off into history. I was looking at history the other day, they talking about it was giant human beings.
Oh, yeah, I believe
they
that.
found a fucking, a knife.
Yeah.
A knife as big as this damn table.
Yeah, I believe that.
So
if you read the Bible, you know it was Nephilim.
So you saying to yourself, who the fuck carrying a knife? This a knife.
For sure.
So you're like, oh, that had to have been giants back in the day.
believe that.
So they showed some giant motherfucker. I'm talking about a giant dude.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was probably about 15 feet tall.
But yeah, if you read the Bible and you believe in that, you gotta believe in Nephilim. You gotta believe in giants.
Shit, I mean, I believed in dinosaurs and all that shit, but I didn't know it was no giant. Well, I knew it was giant human beings because we still have giant human beings like Shaq and all these type of motherfuckers.
Yeah, but them, yeah, man.
But they small compared to them motherfuckers.
Right, yeah, man. You talking about motherfuckers double the size of Shaq.
Yeah.
But, you know, when it come to dinosaurs, I think a lot of them bones and shit they was finding. I think dinosaurs is some bullshit.
they
but we,
finding
I mean, that's
some
a, I think, they come out with shit and tell us certain
that
shit.
shit was real though. Yeah.
The dinosaurs.
Yeah. Right. You know that shit was real. That was back in,
Nah, I
that's
don't
back in
believe
the
that
caveman days.
Right, I don't believe that shit.
We don't go that, you know what I'm saying? Back in the caveman days, there was dinosaurs.
Yeah, but now
But they still
saying
finding bones. Where they come with this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anything you see, there's always truth to it. If you watch a movie, there's always truth in that damn movie.
I seen some shit. They were saying dragons existed.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so I don't know, man.
They say it's dragons still around now. You got to run into them though. You ain't gonna run into them in America. You gonna run into them in one of them foreign ass countries and shit where them castles and all that type of shit at.
For sure. Yeah, well, I mean, all that shit is, I mean, that's a deep ass rabbit hole.
That's too deep. Yeah, that's like too far.
I'm gonna go as far as to say I believe in, it was recorded in the Bible.
Let me do
this.
this.
I mean, as far as the Nephilim, I'm gonna go as far as to say that.
Let me get out before we get out of here.
And then it was a flood. It was a great flood. I do believe that, but the dinosaurs and that other shit. I don't know, my nigga.
Oh no, watch that.
Yeah, man.
Do dragons exist? Dragons are mythical creatures that have existed in folklore of cultures of over the world for thousands of years.
Yeah. So folklore is fake as well. It's just basically in stories.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
So you go look at...
Just like dinosaurs basically exist in folklore. You know what I mean?
Because you got to figure, you a man, so you just came up with a dinosaur. Somebody had to see one of them motherfuckers.
The human mind is hella creative, man. Look at all the shit they come up with on TV.
It's
all kind of shit.
And there's always some truth to it. That's why I say everything you look in the movie or television is true. Look at Terminator. When the fuck the first time you seen Terminator? You remember Terminator 1?
Sure.
The very first one?
For sure.
That motherfucker was a goddamn robot. Now what do we have in 2024?
Robots.
Right here around the corner.
For sure.
They had them sitting at the football game. In the front row, looking like human beings. Hey, the people that was at the game don't even know them was robots.
For sure.
So there's some truth to all that shit. You
It's
seen
a lot of truth.
We've been seeing people out of space, seeing spacecrafts and shit when you was a little kid watching cartoons and shit.
For sure.
Now you got sightings. You seeing sightings of aliens and
I think the alien shit, man, I think ultimately, that's part of their agenda to have us, thinking that's smart. But
there's a spot called Area 51.
Oh yeah, it's all some bullshit, man. Doing all that shit.
Look at that, they full of shit.
It's all deceptive. It's all deceptive shit.
No, man, that shit real, man. Shit, I know you got your belief, but I'm alright. Hey, I seen them. I seen the motherfucker aircraft. I seen that motherfucker stop. That motherfucker stopped right here. And then I ran in the house and came back. That motherfucker was gone.
Who's to say that they ain't making aircrafts? The regular human beings.
Nah, you go look at records. It was records that sometime I'll be on YouTube. Go on Netflix or something or Tubi.
Yeah.
I always watch, they got all those documentaries talking about UFO. TMZ got one, matter of fact, because they were trying to figure out why the United States is still keeping all these secrets about the UFOs. And I was thinking the same thing too. I'm like, the shit is out already.
Right.
The cat is out the bag. I know people that used to work over there at
Area 51.
what's the base out here?
Norton. I mean, why the fuck I say Norton? That's the old San Bernardino base.
Nellis Air Force Base. I know people that used to work there, and there's all these top secrets and shit over there. That shit that's over there, that's there on their property. It's there on their property.
For sure.
But you ain't gonna never find it because, you know, it's top secret. But it's there, though. Right. They got motherfuckers sitting out there inside the mother. Look at this, Nellis. Look at that right there. Look at that, look at that.
Niggas stupid.
You see that? This motherfucker, you can't see, the people can't see it, but they got a picture of an alien right there.
Right.
I want to believe. That's what they got on the chalkboard over at our boy house that produced this show.
Yeah. So, Mr. Producer.
We had to ask him one day, do you believe that there's aliens? I'm quite sure with him drawing that stuff right there, he got to believe. And we just talked about this. This came on the humbug. We didn't went way off from Planet Rock and Rock Black and all that shit. And so the world has got so much different shit going on in it, man.
It's crazy. It's full of deception, basically.
It's full of deception. There's a lot of deception out this motherfucker.
Full of deception.
That's what niggas sell, deception. But anyway, with that being said, man, we just dropped some more game and some knowledge and some stuff that I felt that y'all needed to see on that Donald Trump assassination.
The
They were
BlackRock
saying
shit.
that guy was working for BlackRock. He graduated from some of their programs and he was in some of their commercials. They went and deleted all his stuff. So I think it's probably some truth to that Donnie must be on to something that got to do with BlackRock. And it involves a lot of zeros behind some numbers. But yeah, so that I just felt I just wanted to show that for y'all. And then of course we got on to some other things. But yeah, so y'all can catch me on all platforms, DLove Vegas. And I still got music coming. I think this is gonna be my last one when I get done with it. And I'll do some other things. I'm gonna venture off into other things. But what else you got? You got something else you wanna get these folks before we tap up out of here?
Well, like I said before, you know, you can catch me on all platforms that Luck got fronted, you know what I mean? And initially I got fronted, and now, you know what I mean, a nigga making it to freedom, you know? So I got that first sack, and I ran away with it, you know what I mean, and did my thing. Now, you know what I mean, I'm getting to freedom. But, you know, so what you can do is hit me up on one of my platforms, and, you know what I mean, I'm taking 5 people. I'm gonna fix your credit for free. I don't want shit. You know what I mean? For 90 days. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hook your motherfucking ass up. You know what I mean? Because you need freedom too. You know what I mean? So, and it starts, you know what I mean? You know, it starts with credit. So, you know, we gonna go ahead and get that done. And like I said, you know what I mean? You know, I'm just looking for 5 people to help out. You know what I mean?
I'm at a 705, by the way. Yes, sir.
For sure, most definitely.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
With that being said, if you still sleep, wake up!
Like a mother.
Zoom! And we gone.
And peace out. And we get with you.
DLove Stacccs, BX.